Access to this game was provided by Nintendo. It was 104 degrees in New York City. I thought it'd be a great idea to walk from 42nd Street to Union Square for a Donkey Kong event. Spoiler alert, it was a terrible idea, and I'm pretty sure I gave myself mild heat stroke.
It's so hot out today, I feel like I'm moving through Jell-O.
But you know what? It was totally worth it, because I got early access to Donkey Kong Bananza on the Nintendo Switch 2. Let's set the stage before we swing in. This is the first 3D first-party platformer for the Nintendo Switch 2. And more importantly, this is the first 3D Donkey Kong platformer since Donkey Kong 64. It's being developed by the Super Mario Odyssey team, which in my opinion made one of the greatest 3D platformers of all time. So yeah, expectations are sky high. And while Mario Kart World is a solid launch title, Bonanza feels like it has to be the game that justifies the new hardware. Is it something you could sink hours into? It is a bold departure from Tropical Freeze, which came out over 10 years ago, and I wanted to find out, was it worth the wait? In this video, I'm going to walk you through the 4 areas I played through: Ingot Isles Mines, Lagoon Layer, Canyon Layer, and Forest Layer. New gameplay mechanics and puzzle solving, the unique 2-player mode, and some of the Bananza Forms. And overall, finally, some brief thoughts on how this might evolve the Donkey Kong universe. The game opens on Ingot Isles Mines. Right away, I notice how Bonanza rewards exploration. If you can see it, you can probably punch through it, blow it up, or find some hidden path to get around it. It's not linear. There are multiple ways to get from point A to point B, and plenty of reasons to go off the beaten path. You're collecting Banandium gems, which are giant golden crystal bananas, gold, and fossils, which can be traded in for outfits which affect your stats.
Cool.
Visually, the game blends rare era DK vibes with Odyssey's lush, colorful aesthetic. There has been a bit of a redesign of Donkey Kong, but as you can see throughout the world, it's probably for the better. It's not quite Mario's world, it's not quite Rare's jungle, but lives somewhere in between, and it really works. With the controls, it took a little to get used to. For example, the NPC interactions are triggered by proximity, so I definitely punched through characters more than a few times before I realized what was happening. But after a couple of hours, things started to click. I ended up playing this game for about an hour and a half to 2 hours during my preview. It feels like one of those games where the better you get, the more you can break it, in a good way. Around the 10-hour mark, I expect most people will have the controllers locked in, and probably by the 50-hour mark, you'll start seeing speedrunners do wild things with the movement. Structurally, the game is built around layers. You're moving through different zones, trying to reach the Earth's core, and then get back to the surface. There are warp points and traversal tools, and it all feels very dense without being overwhelming. I got to play 4 zones in total, and each one felt thoughtfully designed. Most of the environments are outdoors, but the variation in terrain, elevation changes, obstacles, and visual storytelling keep each one feeling fresh. There is a clear sense of place, and each level is packed with things to do. I also ran into a bunch of NPCs, some entirely new, and some that honestly felt like they could have walked straight out of Rare's old school Donkey Kong titles. You're not just smashing your way through everything, you're also building. So far I've seen ways to build a bridge, but also ways to build resting points, which allow you to have extra hearts, kind of like Breath of the Wild. It adds a slight level of strategy that can be really satisfying. Now let's talk about the Bananza Forms. These temporary transformations give Donkey Kong new powers. I got to try 2 of them out for the demo. They're powerful, fun, and completely change how you play. This is probably the best time to go over skill points. As you get more bananas, you get more opportunities to have more skill points. They can give you abilities, they can make abilities better, they can give you more health, but overall it's just a neat way to change up the game. As for two-player mode, it's surprisingly inventive. Player 1 controls Donkey Kong, Player 2 controls Mouse mode with a single Joy-Con to control Pauline's shouts. Yes, actual shouts, interacting with the environment, which can help out during gameplay. It feels like an on-rail shooter that's gone a little off the rails. If the Donkey Kong player is bouncing around like a maniac, it might get a little dizzy to follow as the second player. But the mode has a little depth. You can copy objects from the environment and use them to defeat enemies and solve puzzles. It's not required to use this mode, but is a great option for somebody who wants to play the supporting role, especially for younger players or somebody who's new to gaming but who still wants to feel involved. It reminds me a lot of the second player mode in Mario Galaxy with all the star bits that, you go around collecting star bits. Anyways, one more bit of gameplay that I really wanted to show you was this part right here, which is clearly an homage to Bramble Scramble and Donkey Kong Country, lovingly called Bramble Country. Honestly, the reason I wanted to show so much of that is because it just felt really zen. I know that Donkey Kong Country Returns and Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze have moments like that all throughout, but it was very nice to have that just sprinkled in. And hey, while we're at it, let me just show you a boss fight. When your Bonanza meter is low, you can refill it with gold. Now here's the part I didn't expect. This might be the first Donkey Kong game where I'm actually excited about the lore. People have tried forever to figure out the Donkey Kong timeline. What's canon, what isn't, how it all connects to Mario, to New Donk City, to Pauline. And look, there's still things that I want to know. Which Donkey Kong exactly is it that's in this game? And how exactly did Pauline go from a purple rock to a powerful singer to the mayor of New Donk City? Between the new characters and the layered storytelling and the hints of a deeper universe, it feels like Nintendo might be planting the seed for a more full-on Donkey Kong universe, or a more expanded world of Nintendo, one that lives right alongside Mario's world. And if that is where this is all heading, I am all in. The game drops January 17th, 2025, and I am excited to play the full version. It does seem like a bit of a larger game, something you'll be really able to dig into, and I'm looking forward to giving it a proper run. Now I don't know this for sure, but if Mario Odyssey is any indication of how long this game is, I'm guessing there will be a lot to play. A huge thanks to Nintendo for inviting me to the event. Make sure to subscribe, like, and drop a comment if you're excited about this game, the Switch 2, or if you're just wondering what happened to the DK wrap. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you soon with more barrels, bananas, and Bonanza.